When I woke up, it felt like I barely know how to describe it. I felt so dizzy and out of place. I shook my head and tried to rub my eyes. I tried to get up, but it felt like something was dragging me down by the arms, by the legs. Something metal. It was cold against my skin, my bare skin. I wasn't wearing the same thing I'd been wearing yesterday. Yesterday I had been wearing... What had I been wearing? Jeans, a jumper, a blue t-shirt, but now my skin was bare. All my skin had been covered that night, but now there was nothing. So I was hit by the cold air as soon as I arose. But I couldn't. I tried to lean up, but I got yanked straight back down. Something on my arms. I tried to turn my head to the side, but the pain was unbearable. The headache was increasing by every second. I turned over to look. I rolled over to the side, trying my best to shuffle my body so that I wouldn't be in too much pain. The pain was limited, but it was still so tough. I turned. I opened my eyes and they widened as I saw the metal shackles holding me down. What? I cried. What was this? I tried to scream, but all that came out was a small whimper. What was I going to do now? Where was I? Deep breaths, I thought. Deep breaths, YN. Okay, I need to think of what to do next. I couldn't really do anything. I could tell that there was also metal shackles on my feet and legs on my ankles. Because, well, I could tell. They felt the same as my arms, with the cold metal clashing against my cold skin. It felt horrible. It was unbearable, the pain. My entire body racked with pain. I didn't have any medication like I normally would. The room was ice cold, as was the metal, which only increased it. I tried to think of a solution. I had no idea where I was. I had no memory of what happened last night. And worst of all, I was in the Alpha's territory. I could be with anyone. Anyone could have taken me. I could be about to die tomorrow, maybe even in a few seconds, as I heard someone coming down the hallway. I started to panic. What if it was someone coming to take me, to roast me, to eat me? I had no idea what time it was, what day it was. How long had I been asleep? 1 day, 2 days, a month? Who knew? Maybe people in my hometown were panicking now. What if they thought I was already dead? What if my funeral had already happened? All these thoughts were racing through my mind as I tried to figure out who was coming. They had a heavy step. I could hear a rough growl. A wolf. I stayed as still and quiet as I could. Maybe they weren't coming here. Maybe they didn't even know I was here. But they knew. They were coming straight towards the store, and I could tell by their heavy stride. Tears started forming in my eyes as I tried to figure out a way to escape. This couldn't be happening. Why was I so stupid? Oh, YN, why were you so stupid last night? Why did you decide to do this? Oh, please. Please, God, have mercy on me. I silently prayed and wept as the footsteps increased. The louder they were, the closer they were to the room, the closer it was to my death, my inevitable one, especially in the Alpha's territory. Would my family miss me? Would my friends miss me? Was this all for nothing? Maybe they were right. I shouldn't have come here. This is why they tried to stop me. This is why they discouraged it. Why was I so stupid to do this? Oh my God. I breathed in and out, trying to keep a slow pace of breathing, a steady one. I didn't want to make my heart rate go up. Alphas could tell when you were scared. They could smell your blood from a mile away if you got cut. This wasn't something to be messed around with, but I still decided to play with fire, and I'm gonna get burnt. Okay. The alpha was coming. I heard a heavy lock unlock at the other side of the door. This door was likely only unlocked from the outside. Okay, I breathe heavily. That's one thing I know now. I heard a heavy footstep enter the room. It sounded like a stride, but I could not look, for I was strained to my bed. What do I do? I thought, oh God. I tried to think, but I couldn't feel anything. I just heard someone in the room talking to someone else. They had a low, gruff voice. Kinda sexy, if I do say so myself. I really hope wolves can't read minds. I mean, I had researched every single fact on them before I came here, so they probably couldn't. If they had, I was screwed. Not only was I calling the people who were about to eat me sexy, well, I mean, you know. I tried to think of what I could do now. I was a bit worried, but then I heard someone coming right over to the side of the bed. I looked up to see a tall, dark, handsome figure staring back down at me. He had a strong, muscular build, broad shoulders, rippling abs, and large quads. He had a stern expression on his face, looking at me like I was going to be his dinner tonight, if you know what I mean. I stared back at him lazily. I didn't know what to do. I mean, he was attractive, that was for sure, but I was about to die at the hands of him. I wasn't really complaining, though. Anyway, he was leaning over me. I looked at him in disbelief. Wow, who knew elves could be so handsome? I tried to suppress those thoughts because I knew this was about to be my last time ever seeing a handsome guy in my life. A handsome hunk of flesh. I decided to try and say the words, "Who are you?" but I ended up just mouthing them and letting out a small squeak. He laughed. Darkly. Sadistically. I looked up. I was entranced by what seemed like such a dangerous creature, yet seemed so gentle. He looked at me and said, "My name is Zane." "And what's your name?" My name? I could barely get out the words, but I knew I had to or I'd probably be killed right then and there. "My name is Y.N. "So, Y.N., he said, gruffly. "What were you doing in the Alpha's territory last night?" I can explain, sir." "No, I want an explanation right now. I don't want to hear your stuttering and excuses." Yes, right away, sir." How was I going to get out of this one? I was really going to have to explain everything, wasn't I? I was scared. What if he didn't accept my story? What if he killed me? I didn't really want to die, but did I have a choice? I'm not sure. But I'm going to find out.
Monster, how should I feel?